We were already damaged package when we came to Sweden. And we were supposed to be the happy story. And as a child, how would he even, understand that?
I believe I was abandoned, yes. And that has caused a lot of mental issues. My fiance, Ron, says, you need to do this. It was the DNA. I could not believe that, on the other side of the world, my sister lives over there. It was amazing. It really was. But I ended up sending her home after a month. I could not take one more month.
That's Korean?
That's Korean. That's a Korean song.
What were you saying?
I don't know.
So sung.
Nothing.
All the memories you have of the country and the language completely lost.
Completely lost, yeah. I'm supposed to have been born in South Korea, 1969. I got adopted to Sweden in 1974. They found me in the basket kind of outside the door in the morning. The thing is, to be an adopted child, you are like the fairy tale for everybody else except for yourself. Almost every day you will be reminded that you are different. Elder people will stop by, hi, who are you? And they will say like, oh, you should be so thankful, you're so lucky to be in Sweden. In my adult life, I haven't that many pictures of me because I hated to see myself around all the white people because I would, pop up as that's me, but I couldn't recognize me. And if I pass through like a mirror and I don't know it's a mirror, I would jump up and see myself. Surprised, oh no, it's me. I came 74 in the summertime, and my mom would be excited about the first snow coming and saying, you're gonna see something you've never seen. I would tell her.
She didn't know there was snow in Korea.
No, she didn't know that much.
This is where you grew up when you came to Sweden.
I think it's 8th floor. I still remember my home number. So this area is really working class, a little bit the lower working class. When I was 13 years old, I actually, supported myself. Everything I did, my activity, my mom couldn't pay. So I was working. I was saving money. I probably have been, taking a swim in the ocean and was on my way home. And this elder man with a bicycle stopped by and started to talk to me and asking me, lots of questions about where I'm from and where would I go out in my free time. And I was like, what do you mean?
What are they implying?
They thought probably I was easy lay.
How'd you figure that out?
Because this was something that would happen to me, quite often.
I'm beginning to understand, for many adoptees, being raised in a family where you look like nobody else wasn't all that straightforward, even when it seemed picture perfect on the surface. While more than a dozen Western countries adopted children from Korea, the United States was by far the top destination, receiving more than 150,000 children like Catherine.
And this is you.
This is me.
Okay, so it's
Reunited.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 of you that came from Korea.
Yes. My papers say when I was approximately 18 months old that I was found wandering in an alley. I was adopted out when I was 7, so long time, yeah. My mother, Sue Harned, she wasn't married, very career-oriented, decided she wanted to be a mom, so she looked into adoption.
Do you remember
No,
anything about
nothing. My memory starts when I was on the plane ride coming to Dallas. And I remember there were a lot of us on the plane, mostly babies. And of course, being an orphan and little, the flight attendant, whatever I wanted, I got. I drank so much Coca-Cola. It made me very sick. My grandparents picked me up in a brand new Cadillac, and I threw up all over.
When you came here at age 7, you already spoke
Only Korean.
Korean.
Mm-hmm.
How much Korean do you speak now?
0. Well, yeah, 0.
What do you think happened?
When I came to America, it was stressed to me, speak English. First day of school, first ice cream, my first bubble bath.
Oh my goodness. What the?
My first recital.
Ballet Bells, 1976.
There I am, just smiling wide. This was when I became a citizen. Me and my grandfather, me and my grandma, me and Mom. Look at Mom. Look how skinny she was.
Yeah.
This was at the Botanical Garden in Dallas. I love flowers. Look at how long my hair was.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have jet black hair down to my waist. And people would come up to me and say, "Oh my gosh, your hair." And then we would get into the car and she would say, "Your hair looks like a rat's nest." Yeah. And she would bother me about my hair all the time. So freshman year in high school, chopped it off and got it permed. I cried for 2 weeks. I mean, I love her to pieces. I mean, she's my mom. But it was difficult.
Her mother was an interesting person. Can't say we agreed on things, but that's okay. We didn't have to. Then her mother was still trying to control her, even though she's a grown woman. It seemed like there was always something wrong, you know. Why'd you do your hair like that? Maybe you should wear these clothes instead. But that type of thing. Even to this day, she has problems with her confidence, because I think her mother instilled that in her. You're not good enough.
This is my mom. Growing up, I think Mom was kidding, but she used to say, "If you misbehave, I will send you back to Korea."
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that was very nice.
No. When Mom passed 2 years ago, I went through a deep, deep depression because it's like I have no one else left.
So I said, well, let's do a DNA test. Maybe you have family. that you don't even know about. I get a copy of the paper from neighbors. When they're done reading it, I get to read it. So then I saw this article and I thought, oh wow, this is a lady who found her father through this, and it's for Korean adoptees only. I said, let's do this. So after 2 years, we submitted her DNA. It was under a month. Everything was on my email. And I said, Catherine, I've got an email from somebody who says she's your sister. And she goes, oh, it's probably a scam. I said, well, okay, could be. Let's look.
And I looked it up and I'm like, oh my gosh, she is my sister.
Catherine is 2 years older than Anna. They were adopted just a few weeks apart from different orphanages in Seoul. Separated for half a century, they've spent their lives 8,000 kilometers apart. Three weeks after their DNA match, Anna flew from Sweden to Texas.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, United Flight 1017 to Calgary is closing doors in 1 minute.
It feels like we've known each other all our lives. It feels familiar, it feels like, tickling. Because you have so much emotions about it.
It's like we know each other. It is crazy.
Now, I have a question for you.
Yeah?
You're looking at the two of us together, right?
No, you're going to ask me who's older.
I heard about Anna and Catherine soon after they found each other and were spending time together in Texas for a second time.
I believe I'm the older one. I think we're twins. Do you agree?
I could sense just how in love they were and had hoped we could all meet up.
But I ended up sending her home after a month. And she had wanted to be here for 2 months. And I could not take 1 more month. She's definitely your typical European, and I'm definitely your typical American. She's very liberal, and I'm very right. I mean, Texas is where I was raised, so I'm definitely a Republican.
My philosophy of politics is communism, because I think that a society would always try to make sure that the weakest would be okay. It's so weird that you can put so much money in the weapon industry when people are starving. I know I can't speak that with my sister at all. She wouldn't understand. Somehow, she is Korean, but she doesn't know it.
It's going to be very difficult for me to go on the other side of the world and find out.
I did understand that she's not ready to go back to Korea. She has no interest in Korea at all.
This is my home. We have made this our home.
I have no desire to really pursue it. I really don't. I'm happy and content right here.
I won't take her alone with me to this place because she's not safe enough. I don't know her. I don't know what's going to trigger her. She needs someone to, be the rock, and I'm not the rock. But I still feel like in love with her. I do, because if somehow, for the first time, I'm not alone. Even though we were raised in a different, we are not alone.